And now we're here.
Market. We're gonna sell that, sell the antique map. No, not the rifle, the map. Sell
Holy
it.
crap.
Yep, time to leave.
And the rifle? No. Too bad.
Plan, when can we leave for there?
2 days.
Oh, really? We're gonna have 10 days.
That's enough. Look, Europe's right there. That's where we started.
What's the alteration? We have loads of money. We can surely afford it.
Leave at 7 p.m.
$4,000 to leave it. Oh, which one did you pick? Leave at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Hire another extra space.
Go.
Go. Oh, I hope we have enough to take the last plane flight. I hope. Listen, my children, and you shall hear how we boarded the Paul Revere for the ride. Forgive me, friends, to the tiny farming island of Ponta Delgada in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
Oh, that's okay.
I stopped the navigator to ask why such a large ship went there, and he nodded sagely. Refueling, came the reply, and it's a lovely place with it. A fair answer. We would not want to fall down from the sky.
Like we already have.
Several times.
You guys want to find the cheapest way to bloody England.
Enjoying the ride, are you? I'm very interested. Can we not ask how to get there? Do you, you going to miss it, America? Indeed I shall. She gets under your skin, she does. Ugh. Pray. We want to know how to get from... We want to know if we can get from...
Timbuktu! That was an actual place. Oh, you ready?
No, we don't want to go... how close is that to London? No, I want to know if we can go from there to London. It occurs to me, my master remarked, as idly as one could imagine, that we are aboard a long-distance airship which is not bound for London. I saw the direction of this remark and nodded. I will see to it, monsieur. Very good, he replied, returning his attention to the cravat. I found my way to the bridge to discuss the matter with my friend navigator. You want us to go faster? Is that it? Or go to London? And the navigator shook his head. But what about fuel? Ponta Delgada is where we refuel. I told you that. You must carry spare. The navigator stared at me. But we are a boat with 150 souls aboard, and you want to risk us all?
You want to take a risk or screw up the
entire
trip?
I don't know!
Come on, let's do it.
What's your price? I asked, taking out my wallet. Damn it all, the navigator swore and turned to one of the fellows. They had a quick discussion, with waved hands and scribbled calculations. Finally, he turned back to me. If we burn everything we've got, 2,000 pounds worth of fuel, we might make it. Might. And what if we don't? I'm afraid we'll fall out of the sky somewhere over the Atlantic and hope the French Coast Guard have got their eyes open.
French! Yes! Awesome, that'll even be better. We'll still survive and we'll go to France.
I don't have that much. The navigator breathed a long sigh of relief. Well, I'm glad to hear it, if I'm honest. So I retired to...
I'm smashing there.
And contemplated the sea far below.
Oh, that's a really quick journey.
Converse.
Fog.
Okay. Well, he said 88. Shh. Monsieur Fogg was, I think, somewhat disappointed when the airship continued to cruise eastwards.
Wonderful. Well, 7 a.m. Oh.
That's p.m.
Alright, so plan. Can we go anywhere? When's this?
So we really can't...
Tomorrow.
It's only $140, though.
Yeah, that's really good, actually.
We'll sell the rifle for more money. I don't really care about what's here. Are you worried about the wager? We've come so far, I can scarcely believe it. We are not in London yet, but we are making excellent time, he said primly. Find out when the next airship to Lisbon departs. As you say, monsieur, my master focused. One blah blah. Explore, I guess?
Market.
Alright, yeah, market. Yes, you're right.
Explore?
No, don't hit explore. Do not.
Sleep?
No.
Market?
Yes. We're going to sell the rifle as soon as we get in.
3.
Market.
2. Market.
Rifle. Sell it. Get out.
Anything else?
No, get out. Get out. We have very little time to spare. And then hit depart.
We've got plenty of time for this.
How much time do we have? When does it leave?
4 o'clock, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Before 4 p.m. Alright, we have time. Alright, quickly, explore. Maybe we'll find a place to London. Explore. What if we don't find a place to London? London! Oh my god! Go! I struck up a few conversations, blah 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 blah, we're going to London! Depart! Can we go? Tap London. Quickly. Embark!
Embark.
$9,000! Alright, get out.
Get this one.
How long will it take? No, stop!
Shit.
No! Why? We could have gone to the bank!
Doesn't matter. We can't get more than 3,000 out.
We could 5,000 a week. Yeah, 5,000 a week. That's 5 days.
It's not possible.
That's 7 days.
We would have just missed the other one.
You're right. Converse. Ask if we can get to London.
London. It was too good, wasn't it?
No! We want to go to London.
Just crap on as much as you can. Bye. Okay.
It's not going to lead to London. It's leading to London! We didn't even talk about London.
Who knows?
Why are we on a gyrocopter?
Who knows?
Did you know, remarked Monsieur le Pilot, that Antero de Quental was born in Ponta Delgata, only 2 streets from my own birthplace? Well, that's just lovely. Can we leave?
Wonderful.
I do not know,
Oh,
de
for Christ's
Quental.
sake, what did I just start?
No! Stop just tapping randomly, because this could actually be really crucial if something terrible happens. Scroll back up. What happened? I admitted, he mostly writes sonnets I'm a great admirer, but I must admit, blah, 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 and you, a thought for a moment, Balder, for he understands Paris. I close my eyes. Frenchy, in that pit, the blackness or brightness, life is being lived, life is suffering, life is dreaming, Monsieur Count Tinho murmured. I feel similarly, sometimes. The gyrocopter began to bank. Bank? Is that a bad thing?
It's where it, like, sort of turns.
Yeah, I know. Why? Why are we turning? And
Because it's running out of fuel.
And I saw the coastline of the horizon. Lipson rose up along a gentle hill, a city of gaslit whitewashed buildings, church spires, and snaking tramways set on the Iberian Peninsula. Okay, we're here. Plan. When does this leave for London? We need to know.
Tomorrow.
$400 leaves tomorrow. Perfect. We're gonna make it. Grab us a nice hotel, Connor. We're splurging tonight.
$4 trillion.
Alright, stop. This very might be the last part. The last, the last interesting city. So let's just enjoy it.
Skip it.
No! In Lipson, we sat down to dine at a charming little restaurant with views across the Iberian coastline. Good God, what is that?
What?
That is crazy. Hotel came over to our table as the waiter brought our aperitifs. Senhars, he cried, wringing his hands. I have a great favor to ask.
Well, that's good.
What is it? I replied, my stomach rumbling ominously. My foolish brother.
Who cares?
Something's going on. I think my cat's eating something. My foolish brother. What a trial he is to our dear mother. He has made a grave... What?
Error.
Foolish brother. What a trial he is to our dear mother. Has made a grave error. And we have 2 guests without a table. Could we possibly impose upon you to add 2 to your number? Oh, okay.
Of course you may.
I declared, without glancing at my master. He offered no comments, obviously trusting to my instincts on the matter. A top-hatted English gentleman with a dapper Prussian valet. Oh God, Prussia!
Just ignore it.
Valet to our table. Not Prussia again, I forgot. Alright. We were strange mirrors of each other, though Monsieur Fogg and I clearly compromised the superior, more handsome image. Our masters greeted each other, and made the particular sort of upper-class small talk which forms a gentle background murmur to a servant's ears. Meanwhile, the Prussian valet introduced himself as Dieterich, and gave a hearty sniff as our appetizers were served. I hope the food is up to Herr Montgomery's, her is like Mr. in German, Herr Montgomery's standards, he remarked. Herr Montgomery is very particular. So is Monsieur, it's you. I've been talking for you for quite a bit.
So is Monsieur Fogg, I insisted. He is a most exacting master.
Oh, he cannot be exacting and precise as my own master, Dieterich insisted with horrible glee. Why, he's a fiend for detail. We gave each other a sort of look. The sort of look. Two generals might exchange across a corpse-strewn battlefield. I decided to make an innocuous inquiry and asked what the masters were doing in Libsyn. Ah, well, the thing is, my master and I, Diderich paused to chuckle himself, are traveling around the world. It's you.
I suppose you're traveling around the world?
Yes, Diderich nodded with satisfaction. I leaned closer. For a wager. That's you. Go on.
No. I shook my head in horror. That cannot be.
Indeed, Diderich continued implacably. We are heading for Tangier tomorrow, and from there to South America across the Pacific.
West? Instead of east?
I mumbled, as though in a dream.
Start
there. Start
west instead of east?
I mumbled, as though in a dream. Diderich ignored me loftily. And what, he asked, in an awful courtesy, are you and your master doing in Lisbon? Go ahead. I see you.
We are also traveling around the world, I told him carelessly. Carelessly.
Fine, whatever.
The H isn't pronounced.
Look, I don't know whether...
The H isn't pronounced.
Look, I don't know what that word is, so you might be right.
Pronounced.
I'm trying to say, you might be right.
The H is not pronounced.
There's a rat. Put your headphones on. You can't hear this owl dying every 2 seconds. It's important to the story. Look, what? There it goes. Go ahead.
And I could not resist adding, my master and I went the sensible way and are nearly back to London.
Monsieur Montgomery looked up from his plate, his eyes cool and remote. What a remarkable coincidence, he remarked without expression. Quite, my master responded.
And that was that.
We all took our leave with awful echoing politeness, and I made sure to... Go on, hurry up, good God. Pressed Diderich's hand with particular firmness as we parted. I think we understood each other, valet to valet. You seem discomforted, Passatois, my master remarked, with the barest hint of a smile.
No, you can't smile. It's illegal.
That's just a hint. I did not like that. Oh, that's you. Make sure your voice is hate-filled.
I did not like that, Diderich, I said.
said.
He had a thieving, unctuous look
Unctuous.
Unctuous.
Oh, God.
Look about him. I would not be surprised if he were a fraudster and duping that poor Monsieur Montgomery into keeping him as his valet.
I crossed my arms.
Oh dear. What sort of name is Diderich anyway?
Passatois.
What sort of name is Passatois? Sorry, go on.
Passatois, Monsieur Fogg said, with a small sigh in his voice. You are a man of remarkable depth.
Just like the ocean. Oh,
Tap down.
Actually, no. Before we do this, holy crap, what were we doing? We were rushing to do something. Before
London. We need to depart
okay, ready?
immediately.
Steady.
Go! Depart! Don't hit
sleep.
explore.
I accidentally pressed sleep.
Too bad.
Who cares?
High arch of pace. We did it! We just have to make sure we don't crash. Oh, we're already halfway there. we left Libsyn. I keep saying Libsyn. No, Lisbon. Aboard the Madre de Deus. An old Torres Quevedo ship with a belly full of Algrave oranges and early season cherries. But even such juiciness could not turn my eyes from the prize. Barring storms, side winds, pirates, fires, explosions, escaped criminals, and any other such, London was now finally within our reach.
Are you kidding me? That's where all that stuff is. In London.
Anyway. No, I think that's just saying stuff that we've encountered on our travels.
Fog? Converse.
I mean, it's not really much point in conversing. I mean, there's nothing there.
How do you get to health?
Oh, air sickness pills.
London. Air sickness pills. Very good.
Monsieur Fogg looked out of the observation deck windows with perfect calm, as though we were not, with every passing moment, drawn closer and closer to London. My nerves were in shreds, and I was nearly chewing the rails in anticipation. I spent the time.
Ironing?
Yeah. You know what ironing is, right?
What?
It's where you get the big hot piece of metal and you steam clothing into flatness.
Yeah, I was just hoping it wasn't that. Why would you do that?
Because he's
on an observation deck.
He's a servant. He does that.
So look at that wonderful island. That steam is hurting my face. Embarking on the writing of this account.
Though I found already the details of our early adventures had grown vague and indistinct.
Tell me about it. I didn't even know what we did at the beginning.
We tethered at the airship dock in Hyde Park, and felt, for the first time in 71 days, the feel of English soil under our shoes. At long last, we had returned to London, and in time to win the wager. Relations with Fogg have strengthened slightly. Not that it matters. We won.
Wait, we win something going here?
This was all a bet. It was a bet that Monsieur Fogg took for like £20,000 or something, that he would be able to cross across the entire world in 80 days.
Wonderful.
I am on fine form, but we must make haste.
We're back in this
We did it! Completed a trip around the world visiting 20 cities or more.
Return.
30 cities. We visited 30 cities? We got those are just achievements.
Return?
Yeah, return. We're here. I seized my master by the collar and threw in one... Good God. Is that how you treat your master? Wait, you couldn't see it. Me and Connor both just grabbed each other's collars and threw him into one of the steam carriages idling on the banks of the Serpentine in Hyde Park. There is no need for such unseemly haste, Passatois, my master noted, but I was a man possessed. The carriage barely shuddered to a steam-hissing stop before I dragged my master from his seat and up the steps to the imposing doors of the Reform Club. I released him only when we reached the great saloon, where my master's erstwhile friends stood from their chairs, gaping in the attitude of great shock. Monsieur Fogg straightened a little and said in his calm voice, "Gentlemen, here I am." The room erupted into cheers. Okay. It's just a burp.
Oh god, this thing's getting really warm. It's gonna catch on fire in a minute.
Well, yeah, it has like wires coming out the wazoo. Alright, where had the crowd come from? Had they followed us inside from the street? I had scarcely noticed them, I realized, as though a spell had suddenly broken. That my master had won his wager of £20,000. With the 4,000 we began with, and debt built up from the banks along the way, and our remaining funds, it was a profit of over 13,000. Hardly a meager sum.
Wonderful.
So we spent £7,000 to go. There we go. That's how much we're going to need to go around the world, Connor. £7,000.
$14,000.
There you go. That's all. That's nothing. My heart began to beat again, and I saw for the first time the grand interiors of the Reform Club, which had no doubt remained untouched since its founding some 30-odd years ago. The most advanced piece of technology within was the gilded clock set upon the mantelpiece. A few club members were muttering about the impropriety of aligning in front of the club from a steam carriage. One of the club butlers was just taking from our case the shard of Venetian glass. Go above the mantelpiece, I think, he murmured. A most fine souvenir of your adventures, Monsieur Fogg, sir. It looked quite fine there, and I smiled with pride. I pushed my way through to Monsieur Fogg, who had nearly been swallowed by the congratulatory crowds. You have won the bet, monsieur, I told him, and seized my master by the hand and shook it as though we were two equals. Not nearly a master and a servant. Monsieur Fogg pressed my hand warmly and did not remark even once upon the impropriety of my gesture. Indeed, though his cool gaze did not as much waver or soften, I believe he welcomed the chance to shake my hand. Any gentleman who would be fortunate enough, any gentleman who would be fortunate
would be.
That's what I'm saying.
You said who would be.
Oh. Yeah. Any gentleman would be fortunate to call you his valet, and you have been a worthy companion to me. Besides, Monsieur Fogg said, and I knew that from him there could be no higher praise. Mr. Fogg, Mr. Fogg, one of the journalists in the crowd cried, interrupting our conversation. What's next for the great adventure of Phileas Fogg and his loyal valet, Passatois? My master looked at me. Why? I replied. To the moon, of course! I looked around at faces of the assembled crowd and quirked an eyebrow. Anyone care to make a wager? Monsieur Fogg refrained from rolling his eyes. I believe, he said with great deliberation, that tonight I will have supper and go to bed. Come, Passatois, it grows late. Yes, Monsieur Fogg. I said, and followed. Your journey around the world is complete.
Finally, Jesus. Hey, it's my job.
Celebrated Englishman Phileas Fogg wins round the world rager. Journey completed. You can scroll down. In 71 days, despite sinking airship off the coast of Singapore, nights of rough sleeping, and contracting a cholera. 71 days. I don't remember how many it took me. Visited 30 out of 148 cities. Traveled 28,000 miles. Favorite transport, airships.
Damn right.
Finishing balance, 13,507 pounds. Traveled 8,849 miles by sea. Traveled 6,794 miles by land. Traveled 13,142 miles by air.
42.
Total amount spent, 21,173 pounds. Character, zestful. So there you go. That was 80 Days, a game by Inkle based on Around the World in 80 Days. Oh, well, there's the music again. We're starting again. What happens if you continue? Does it stop the music?
Well,
I think it just starts over.
day one, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, that was 80 Days by Inkle, based on Around the World in 80 Days. We made it in 71 days. Can you make it in a faster time? Probably.
Yeah, we didn't do that.
We didn't do that well, but we made it. I don't remember how many days it took me. I'll put that in the description of this video.
75.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was 75. You're bad.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well,
You didn't even make it around the world. You died.
I'll put that in the description unless we did actually do better than me by myself. In which case, I'll just pretend it didn't happen and pretend I forgot. That's by Inkle.
Either way, you won't see it in the description.
You can purchase that off the App Store on iOS devices for about $5 or $6.50 if you live in Australia where the prices are like extra high for no good reason. Or you can buy it on Android for I don't know how much.
Yeah, who cares? It's Android. Get an iOS now. You can buy an Apple iOS device at apple.com for nearly $600.
And then you can play this game. Highly recommended. As you saw, 30 out of 148 cities was... We saw nothing. There is so much. You can go to Antarctica. You can go to Australia. You can go to Japan. There are so... And every city has its own little adventure and story. There is so much to explore in this game. So don't think for a second that you've experienced it all because you've watched this LP.
Well, we're going to start doing this now, okay? Just to technically make it a review. 8.5.
8.5 out of 10.
Actually, 1 out of 10. Best game I've ever played. No, I'm kidding. 8.5 out of 10. Very good.
Okay, I'm not going to give it something out of 10 because I don't think...
that's racist. Go
on. We have a couple other LPs that we've been looking forward to starting. I don't know when I'm going to upload them.
He just said 0 out of 10. He hates it, basically. Unless he says a number right now. 3, 2, 1.
400.
Jesus Christ, I really like that game. 400 out of...
10.
500?
400 out of 10.
Okay. Let me do the maths on that.
40 times 100%. So, yes, that was 80 Days. I hope you enjoyed the LP. And I hope you didn't get too offended at our vast mispronunciations and incorrect facts that we stated throughout the episodes.
And if you did, report it at www.wedon'tcare.com. Well, actually, www.drapabat.com, because by the time the video comes out, hopefully something would have happened there. If not, just shout at us in the comments at how lazy we are for not setting up the website.
Yeah, Connor registered drapabat.com, so yay! Hopefully that'll actually have something helpful at some point.
Probably not.
Sorry that we haven't been uploading, or I haven't been uploading as many videos as I used to. Times are busy, and frankly, making videos is very time consuming.
Yeah, studying kind of takes over everything.
It does. So I have a new system which might work to get you guys a weekly video at least. So I hope you guys enjoy it. But until then, I'm Draperbet, and this is Connor. And we'll see you guys. What?
You're Cameron. I'm Connor.
And
we're Draperbet.
We will see you guys in
Damn
the future.
Right.